Hello, my name is Renee Ringel, and this is my photo story on the classroom procedure called Sketch to Stretch. Sketch to Stretch is a great strategy to use in the classroom because it is creative, intuitive, and really helps students comprehend the main themes of the story and relate them to their own life. But what is Sketch to Stretch, you may be asking? Well, Sketch to Stretch is a classroom procedure in which students respond to a book by sketching main ideas or themes. Students are able to think deeply about the message of the story, and then they stretch their creativity and deep thinking to visually represent what the text meant to them. One of the best things about Sketch to Stretch is that it allows students to take their own individual perspective of a story and be very creative and artistic by visually representing it. Students can draw whatever they feel the story means to them. In this picture, the student visually represented the theme of divorce. This picture shows a very insightful metaphor of the rain being the family tension. This is a higher level English concept that this student was fully capable of because he drew it. In this activity, drawing is the platform for higher level concepts to develop, and this is all in one simple but very insightful activity. One of the things that makes this possible is eliminating the use of words. Words can be intimidating to students. Writing is a big feat, and students may feel that it is too hard. However, by beginning with an activity like Sketch to Stretch, students can see just how much they are really capable of. Visually representing a theme is much more attainable to a child than writing it out. Children love to draw, and this activity is fun and exciting for them, as it is also stretching their deeper thinking. Many times, students will struggle with comprehending a story. They may not pick up on the events or details. Sketch to Stretch not only helps with that, because they have to focus if they're going to illustrate it later, but it goes even deeper. Sketch to Stretch challenges the students to think past the events of the story and into the message and theme. This makes stories more relatable and meaningful for every student. Sometimes, students have trouble picking out a theme and representing it. This is where teachers can guide a student's thinking. They can point out key passages in the story and ask the student questions that leads him in the right direction. In this way, he gets a platform to connect with the text and form meaning. This is also a fabulous activity for English learners. Because English learners are limited by a smaller English vocabulary, it is very hard for most to get their ideas out in words. This is where Sketch to Stretch comes in. It eliminates the language barrier because students can get out their ideas through drawing, which is a universal language. In this way, teachers can see whether the student can comprehend the story and interpret its meaning without having the English barrier. This allows the teacher to evaluate the student much more effectively. Another great thing about Sketch to Stretch is that it allows children to share their work. Usually, after the activity, the teacher will have a time for sharing. Now, the great thing is that children are not like adults. They are not embarrassed about their stick-figured drawings. They are proud of them, so they will love to share their work. A benefit of sharing work is that the whole class can see a variety of different perspectives on one text. Every student will have a sketch that is totally unique to them. This is a great illustration to the students because it shows them that stories seldom only have one theme or interpretation, but usually have many, each just as valid as another. Sketch to Stretch is a great tool to stretch the thinking of your future students. I hope you remember the many benefits and ways to use this classroom procedure and use it to teach your students how to dive into a story and think about the deeper meanings.